Once we have a video of either our real estate property, whether it's an actual video walkthrough or a photo tour, or maybe it's even just a community video, in order to market that video, we need to get it online. And I know it just sounds so easy and it sounds like a given, but I'm gonna actually walk you through how we post that online, how we get it started by getting that video posted to YouTube, and some of the tips and tricks that I use to actually fill out some of the data to make sure that that video can be found online. To upload our video to YouTube, we head to youtube.com, and on the right hand side we want to make sure we're logged in. Now if you don't have an account, you'll want to create a YouTube account and then log in. After you're logged in, you can click on the upload link. Click on the select files from your computer button and find the video file that you want to upload. After you click open, YouTube will automatically start uploading the video. By default, the title is going to be whatever the video file was named. Let's go ahead and go through why this particular title is what it is and why I think it's beneficial to use a title like this. The first part of our title shows the property address. So when people type in the address 3506 Regent Drive, we think that's an important piece, and so we go ahead and include that in the title. Now we also include the city, so we include Dallas here because that's where this property happens to be. And then we type in homes for sale. And the reason that we do that is because a lot of people search off of Dallas homes for sale. They'll type in the city of where they want to live to figure out where those homes are for sale in that particular area. Next up, we type Texas because that's where this video happened to be taken, and that's where this house is located. And then if it's already listed on the MLS, we'll go ahead and include the MLS number in case buyers happen to type in that MLS number in their search. For category, we're going to go ahead and select, let's scroll down here so we can see it. We're going to go ahead and select travel and events simply because that seems to be the most fitting for real estate. Some people select people and blogs, which is probably just fine, but I'm going to go ahead and select travel and events because that's what I feel most comfortable with. For the description, our first 3 lines are the most important. When you add a description into YouTube, only the first 3 lines are displayed. You actually have to click on a More button to see the rest of the description. So it's important that whatever you put here is what you really want people to see. So we're going to go ahead and type your name in since you're the one that's actually going to be submitting these videos. And if you're submitting them for another realtor, you'll want to type in that other realtor's name. You can put your company that you belong to. And then we're going to put a little call to action by typing in the telephone number for this particular realtor. So when somebody comes across this particular video, these are the lines that they're going to see, and hopefully if they like the video, they'll go ahead and call us. Now if you have a website that's specific to either your real estate company or yourself personally, you can go ahead and type that in on the 3rd line. So then when people come and view the video, they might possibly click on that website to go find out more about you. For the rest of the description, we're going to go ahead and reuse our description that we used on the MLS. There's no reason to do multiple work. We've already created a description in the MLS, so why not reuse it? So I'm going to go ahead and paste it in there. But one of the things that we do is the MLS, we're really limited to how many characters we can type in. So we tend to abbreviate a lot of pieces because we want to stick as much in there as possible. With the description on YouTube, there's no need to use those abbreviations. So I take all those abbreviations out and I create complete sentences. We want to make this as readable as possible. Since I created this particular video for a client of mine, I'm going to go ahead and stick in my website address at the bottom. And then I'm also going to add a line that tells YouTube that I'm allowed to use the audio that I'm using in this video. If you use copyrighted audio and you don't have permission to use it, YouTube will mute your video, and so people will only be able to watch, they won't be able to listen. So you want to make sure that you have permission to use the audio that you're using, and if you need to, you want to make sure that you state so in your description so YouTube doesn't mute your video. On the right hand side under privacy, you'll see there's public, unlisted, and private. You'll want it at public because you want people to find this. If you list it as unlisted, people can still get to it, but only if they have the direct URL. So we don't want that. We want to make sure that we put it on public because we want as many people to find it as possible. The tags section is important because this is where we type in our keywords that relate to our video. So when people type in search terms into YouTube, YouTube will look at these tags and hopefully link our video up to the information or the search queries that people are typing in. To create tags with multiple words and to group them together as one tag, we use quotes. So we're going to go ahead and type in the address for this particular property, and we put it in quotes because we want to group those all together as one tag. And then we're going to type in a couple variations of that particular address because people can type it in many different ways. So we want to make sure we cover all of our bases. Now we also type in the MLS number, and we notice that we don't need quotes because it's just one word as a tag. And then we're also going to type in homes in Dallas, Texas, because we know that that's a highly searched term. Now you can go and use Google Keyword Tool. You can look it up, and you can type in some ideas of what you think people might search for when they're looking up a particular property in a particular area. And Google will spit back and tell you, here are what all of the keywords that people are using to search, and here's what we think you should use for keywords. For our clients that use video or that use us for video services, we go ahead and do that for them. So we go ahead and look up all the keywords that might be beneficial for them to tag here in our YouTube videos. So we would add a bunch more keywords here. Once we're satisfied by entering in all of our tags, we need to click a thumbnail. YouTube automatically selects 3 thumbnails based on the video that you submitted, and so we want to choose the one that we think looks the best. This is going to be the first glimpse when search results return back in YouTube as to what our video is about. So we're going to go ahead and select this thumbnail because that looks the most promising. You'll notice that YouTube automatically saves our changes, but if for whatever reason it didn't, we could have clicked the Save Changes down there in the bottom. That's all we have to do. That uploaded our video, and our video is now online. However, there's one more thing that we want to do to go ahead and help optimize our video further. So we're going to click on Manage My Videos, and then for our video that we just uploaded, we're going to click Edit. And we are going to scroll down, and on the right hand side there's a map location box. We're going to go ahead and type in the address for this property and click on search, and it'll say this location has been recorded. So we scroll up to the top and we click Save Changes, and then that's all we have. Our video is now uploaded. We have a good title, we have a good description, we have some good tags that will help people find it, and we told YouTube where it's actually located. If at any time down the road we want to change the thumbnail that's displayed, we can choose one of the 3 thumbnails here on this screen, and you'll see up here at the top, this is where that thumbnail is utilized. Our preview of the video before we click play is the actual thumbnail that we have selected. So good luck posting to YouTube, and please send me all your video links because I'm looking forward to seeing them.